92.5
XTU.
92.5 XTU here at the ACM Awards in Dallas, Texas. Hunter Hayes is here. Good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Have you ever caught up on your sleep from that crazy 24-hour thing you did a few years ago?
I actually don't think I.
No, because like when you're on the road,
think about it. No, I
as a
haven't.
musician, like you never have time to sleep. That's probably the worst thing for you, right?
It is hard. It is hard to find the time to sleep. It's hard to just find the time to rest. I mean, you're always so you're so jazzed up, man.
Yeah.
Like life is good. Celebrate.
When
or
you-
sleep.
When you get
What
home from a
would you do,
show,
you know what I mean?
do you still hear the amps and hear all that? And
Oh, it's
by the time-
impossible. It's impossible to come home and not run through the show for me.
Right.
For one, just critique it, and it's also impossible to come down off the energy. It's just it doesn't happen. That's why we don't get to bed until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember
Which is when you guys
read,
wake up.
you read books about musicians from the 70s and 80s, and they would sleep all day, and then it'd be 5 in the afternoon. That's when they would wake up. It'd be 5 in the morning for us, and that would be their work day.
It's a weird schedule.
Yeah.
It's a weird schedule for sure.
What do you do to pass time? Show day.
Show day.
You wake up. Let's say, what do you wake up? 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably have 6 or 7 hours before you got to get to the arena.
Let's be honest, it's 11-ish.
All right. So how do you pass the time?
You start with a triple espresso.
Oh, okay.
Only way to start.
Good.
Only way to go.
Good.
And then you move on to a couple other things. I don't know, you go to lunch, you hang out with the guys for a second. And then I've always got some sort of, I don't know, I'm always working on some sort of demos or some crazy stuff in the bus. So I work on demos all day pretty much. That's what I do because I'm a geek.
When you compose, do you compose on piano or guitar?
Guitar, lately, neither. It's mandolin or something like that.
Wow.
And I've been kind of getting into the whole building the demo process as you write.
Right.
I'm just exploring all the stuff I've never let myself explore before. Because I've been very protective of no, when you write a song, it has to be a storyteller writing a song, sit on a guitar, singing it. And I've learned that's not always the case.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the inspiration that comes, that brings that fires the thought. A lot of people say that songwriting starts when you put the music down. Is it for you that way?
It depends. I've definitely had some songs that started musically, but I've also had some songs that started lyrically.
Right.
And just recently, I've had some songs that started in somebody else's world, and I discovered it, and I said, do you mind me sort of, kind of changing a few things and living with this and making it part of my story too, you know,
Right.
conjoining two stories because I really like this, and I've been opening myself up to that, and there are people who are open to that kind of collaboration, and that's always really fun too. That there's always going to be songs that you hear and you're like, I wish I'd have written that.
Yeah.
So I've talked to a lot of my songwriting buddies, and I've heard a few songs recently that have been like, man, I wish I had written that, and I have a couple things that I want to try with it. Can I try it? At least take it into the
do you hear the
in
screaming?
the studio. Yeah.
That's Florida Georgia Line is yelling in the hallway.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Anytime you
Just
see
in
this,
case
there's
you're
always a party. Trying to interrupt our conversation here. This is a fun weekend.
It is a fun weekend. That's what it's all about.
I hope you get inspired.
I am
I hope,
already.
The people you want to meet and see are awesome to you, and you just have a real great time here at the 50th ACM.
They already have been. I got to
Nice.
hang out with Garth. I got to talk to him. Not hang out with him, but I talked to him yesterday.
Nice.
He's so cool.
So
you know this, but he's so cool.
Recognition-wise, did he go, Hunter Hayes, I know your song. I know this. I know that.
He has, since the moment we shook hands and I introduced myself to him, he has never forgotten me. In fact, he didn't know I was at a show, which obviously I didn't expect him to. And he told me that the first time we officially met. He was like, man, I didn't even know you were at that show, man. I wish... the first thing he said to me was, hey, I heard you were at that show, and I didn't even know. I wish I'd have known. I'd have said hey or whatever. He's such a cool guy.
I understand. I have not yet met him yet in my career. He's one of the only ones. And it is say that he does remember people and remember stories, and there's something about you he'll remember every time.
Classy dude, and he does remember everything, yeah.
Hunter Hayes is with us. We're here at the ACMs on 92.5 XTU.